Hi, I'm Cheryl. This is going to be part one of a two-part card because I want to show you how to make this linen cord flower that I use to embellish it. And here's the inside of the card. So we'll do the flower in part one and then assemble the card in part two. So when I get to that part, then I'll go over all the things you need for the card itself. But for the flower, you'll need a piece of corrugated cardboard. It's got to be corrugated cardboard, and this is about 1.75 inches. It can be a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. I just I found a little something or other, and I traced it and got my circle and then cut it out. And then you're going to need a bunch of toothpicks, and just like on the clock, so you'll have one at 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on and so on. And then you'll need also a large-eyed needle, and of course the cord. And let's see, you need about 8 foot of the cord. You could use linen or I don't know, hemp or whatever, but just not a thread. A thread I don't think would work. So this is how you start. Leave yourself about a 6-inch tail. How can I do this? Okay. I'll have to work upside down, I guess. 6-inch tail, and just hold that in the center of your card. You're going to wrap around the 12 toothpick, and then the 6 o'clock toothpick, and then you're just going to go 1, 7, 2, 8, 3, 9, 4, going to be the 10 o'clock one, and so on all the way around until we're back to where we would start to wrap around the 12. So we've gone one time around. So we're going to go one more time around. So we want two loops on each of our toothpicks. And by now you shouldn't have to hold that cord in the center anymore. So we'll just go around, all the way around again. Pretty easy so far, huh? Okay. Alright, so we're back to the center. We've got 2 loops on all of our toothpicks. We've got a nice long tail here. We're going to take this tail, the real long one, and we're going to thread it onto our needle. Now we're going to start at 12 o'clock. And let's see, where's my little picture? There it is. Alright, so this would be the 12 o'clock toothpick. By the way, use the good sturdy round ones. Don't use those little crappy brittle flat ones. You need a nice sturdy round toothpick. Okay, so there's our 12 o'clock toothpick, and you've got your 2 wraps of thread around it, and you're going to take your needle and you're going to go underneath 2 of the loops on one side. So just these 2 loops here, and go under those. Alright, and then we're going to go back and we're going to go under these 2 loops, and then we're going to work our way all the way around the clock. So you do 2 loops, 2 loops, and then the next one would be 2 loops, 2 loops, and each time you're going to give it a little tug to pull your thread down to the center as close as you can. You're not going to be able to pull it, of course, all the way to the center. So let me get started doing that. So I've got my 2 loops and pull my thread through. Oh, it got caught on a toothpick. And then I'm just going to give it a little tug. Don't get real crazy with that. We're just giving a little tug. We're not trying to pull that bugger right off of there. Alright, and then we'll get our next 2 loops. Pull the thread through. And give it a little tug. Alright, moving on to the next one. We got our 2 loops. Pull. And 2 loops. Another thing, when you stick your toothpicks in, don't think that oh, I'll glue these in place. And that'll make it good and sturdy, because when we get to the end, when we're done doing this, I'll show you why you don't want to do that. Well, I could tell you. When we get all done going around here, we're gonna pull the toothpicks out to release the flour. So that won't work too well. Oh, one fell out. That's okay. I just pick up those 2 loops and stick my toothpick back in. So this is not very hard to do. It just takes a little bit of time. And now you see why I made this into 2 videos. Oh, by the way, if you've been following me, my daughter had her baby. She had him on New Year's Eve. And, oh, he's such a little sweetie. I just want to eat him up. He was a big boy, too. He was, well, I mean, not super big, but he was a pretty good sized baby. He was 7 pounds, 15 ounces. He was just 1 ounce shy of 8 pounds. And then 21 inches long. He'll be out of his newborn stuff in no time if he keeps growing like that. So we're halfway around. Let me pull that out. I want to keep that cord free. And 2 loops. Yeah, the stamps I'm going to use for this card, this is from the New Occasions catalog. There's a lot of great stuff in it. I don't know how they come up with these ideas all the time. Pull that a little tighter. Now that my cord's getting a little shorter, it's getting a little easier. It's not catching so much on the toothpicks. And just a few more to go. I spoke too soon. It just caught on a toothpick. There we go. And down to one more toothpick to wrap it around. You see I've got long sleeves on again. It's pretty cool here. This is South Florida. Such a nice nice difference. It's a nice temperature here now. It's just cold enough you need to wear a coat or a jacket or a little sweater or something at night. Okay, so we've gone all the way around. I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to go once more in that first loop, the first two loops that we start with on the 12 o'clock. Where's that caught? There we go. Alright, and then we're going to take this end, take the long end we've been working with, give it a little tug towards the center, and then we're going to take that first 6-inch piece, okay, we're just going to take the two of them, bring them to the middle, and tie a knot once and twice. Alright, now we'll take our toothpicks out and release our flour. You might want to keep these around, all these toothpicks in your little circle, because you might find other things to do. Okay, and there we go. And there's our flour. Something's crazy there. I don't know what that is, but I'm just going to fix it. I'll just snip it off. Not with those scissors. Those don't work very well. Just snip that one off. That off. Okay. And there we go. All ready to put on our card. Well, make sure you watch the second video and you'll see how to put the card together. And I'll put the materials I use for this little guy down on the list. I'll make a list down below. And as always, if you like my video, then make sure that you hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, there's a button down there too. If you want to shop with me, well, I don't know what you would buy for this little bit of the project, but that's down there too. I want to just show you, this is another little flower I made, and I just used I used the crochet thread. Isn't that cute? And I start playing around a little bit, and look, wouldn't that be cute to put on a card, the little baby? That's from the Moon Baby stamp set. But anyway, there's a lot of things you could use. Like I said, anything that's kind of a cord, a cord. You don't want a thread. You want a thin cord. Baker's twine would work too. You can all get the hemp threads in all the craft stores, probably in the jewelry making section. I have some thin leather cord. I was thinking that might be interesting to try to make one of these flowers with that. But anyway, you take care, stay safe, watch the second video, and we'll make the card.